Hey y'all, welcome back to the No Nonsense Financial Coach channel. Um, Start off with a little bit of bad news. I actually lost my job at the juice factory today, um, but it's okay. I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna make it. I uh, I guess I just couldn't concentrate enough, so they let me go. Like, comment down below, subscribe, make sure you hit the notification button so you can get more jokes just like that one. I'm sorry, y'all, it's terrible. Up in the production quality, like I said, this is the tie I got married in. Isn't that fancy? My daughter's still cringing at the joke behind the camera, and my wife's sitting over there just regretting her life decisions that led to this point. Today's video, uh, 5 tips to save money. This first one's going to be lots that you probably already know and maybe some controversial ones. So I'm going to get them out of the way, and then I have a few more videos I'm going to release with more creative tips. So tip number 1, stop and or reduce the amount of alcohol you consume and the amount you smoke. I know that's probably super hard hitting for a lot of people because those are the things that get you through the week. But um, a lot of people I know spend a lot of money on those two things, and getting to financial freedom and getting out of debt sometimes means making sacrifices. And there's a couple of things to this. One is the physical health, because when you're physically healthier, you're mentally healthier as well. And when you have good mental health, you tend to have better self-control and decision making. And I realized that quitting smoking and quitting drinking isn't just something that you just decide to do. It takes a lot of work and effort, but it's important. And so just kind of starting off with that one, I think there's a lot of people that could make a huge swing in the right direction by cutting those things out of their life. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is one that you hear in every single video that has to do with saving money, and it's drive-through coffee. I struggle with this addiction, if you will, as well. And the simple thing is just make it at home. Take it with you. You don't need to stop in the morning. A couple things to that too is you could stop at a place like McDonald's or gas stations and get a $1 cup of coffee instead of buying a $6 cup of coffee. Something that I do is I sort of treat myself on Fridays. So I'll go Monday through Thursday taking coffee from home, making coffee at work, getting gas station coffee, and then Fridays, usually lunchtime or kind of on my way home, I'll stop at Starbucks and get myself something fancy and a cake pop. But saves $20-$30 a week, and you add that up per month. You're talking over $100 a month. That's $1,200 a year. Stick that into a retirement account, and it grows and grows and grows, and helps you out. So that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 is couponing. Now, there's 2 aspects to this. The first one is to do couponing, right? Because you can save a lot of money buying things that you already need, and that's the main thing. Okay? Couponing only works if you buy things that you already need. If you're couponing something and it's taking $25 off of something that's $100, but you're spending $75 on something that you weren't going to buy anyways, you've lost $75. You haven't saved $25. So make sure that your couponing is to buy things that you already need, and not you're buying things that you don't need or wouldn't have bought otherwise just because they're cheaper. Okay, I think a lot of people get confused by that or get caught up in how much money they're saving and don't realize that they're actually spending more money than they would have. So couponing, both sides of it. Number 4, and this one I have a ton of personal experience with because I'm traumatized by it, is buying out for lunch, kind of similar to the coffee thing. I spent over 2 years, I think it was actually closer to 3 years, anytime I was out for lunch, I would go to Taco Bell and I would either buy 1 or 2 of their $1 cheesy bean and rice burritos. And it was awful. but it saved a boatload of money. So if you imagine spending $8 to $10 a day on lunch, that's $35 to $50 a week, $200 a month, $2,400 a year. And instead of spending that, I spent something like $30 a month, couple $100 a year, um, and it saved tons of money. So, I think average is probably $10 for lunch. You might be spending $20 for lunch every single day, and again, that adds up to thousands of dollars a year that you could be putting into a retirement account that you could be using to pay off debt. And yeah, so that's tip number 4. Tip number 5 is not so much a money saving tip, but it's kind of in that vein, and it's to simplify your life. Um, you have too much crap in your house, and I know you have too much crap in your house because we have too much crap in our house. And I can look around. My wife's nodding her head over there. My daughter's kind of smiling. There's just stuff everywhere, guys. There's 5 lightsabers in a basket behind the camera that my son loves playing because he's super into Star Wars. Shout out to Jar Jar Binks. I don't know if you can see him. He really likes tea. I really like tea. We do tea time together. He's my homeboy. Simplify your life. Get rid of stuff. Simplify your wardrobe. If you spend 25, 30 minutes a morning... She's walking away. Trying to figure out what you're going to wear. I'm the kind of person that I could wear the same thing every day for the rest of my life, and it doesn't bother me. Get 5 shirts, get 5 pairs of pants, whatever you got to do. Simplify things in your life. Maybe it's your wardrobe, maybe it's getting rid of clutter in your house. There's a lot that goes into finances that isn't just numbers, and we've talked about this before. It's about being intentional, and a lot of these money-saving tips go back to mental health, physical health, and just making good decisions. So yeah, just to recap, the 5 things. 1 is stop or reduce your smoking and drinking. Helps your physical health, helps your mental health, and helps your decision making. Number 2, skip the drive-through coffee, make it at home, but treat yourself on Fridays. Number 3 is couponing. Do it if it makes sense, but don't overdo it and convince yourself you're saving money by spending money. Number 4 is buying out for lunch. Find cheap alternatives. Take. Yeah, I have problems speaking. Take lunch from home. And number 5 is simplify your life. Get rid of your stuff. You have too much stuff. I have too much stuff. We all have too much stuff. We need simpler lives. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. There's going to be a couple more parts to this. So subscribe, hit the notification button. That's super important. It helps me, it helps you. Because without it, you'll miss all my great jokes. Comment down below and look for the next one. Thanks. Later.